For decades, the West controlled the world with bombs, banks, and influence. But now, a quieter empire is rising, one that doesn't invade nations, it buys them. And its most powerful weapon isn't the military, it's money. From Sri Lanka to Zambia, entire economies are now tied to Beijing's banks. Billions in loans, shiny new highways, glimmering ports, all branded as development. But behind the promise of progress lies a quiet contract, one that often leaves nations trapped in invisible chains. This is the new battlefield of global power, where interest rates replace bullets and debt replaces dominance. China's Belt and Road Initiative, launched in 2013, was marketed as a vision of global connectivity. But in practice, it has become a strategic web, stretching across Asia, Africa, and even Europe. Each loan builds more than infrastructure. It builds dependence. Ports, roads, and energy grids financed by Beijing often end up controlled by Beijing when countries fail to repay. In 2017, Sri Lanka's Hambantota port became the world's warning sign, handed over to China on a 99-year lease. It wasn't just a financial transaction. It was the moment Beijing realized it could turn economic promises into geopolitical power. Unlike the West's traditional financial systems, where loans often come with political lectures, China offers something different. No questions asked. It's fast, it's flexible, and it's seductive. Leaders desperate for growth accept the terms, not realizing the fine print often carries a future cost, sovereignty. But Beijing's brilliance lies in subtlety. It doesn't call itself an empire. It calls itself a partner. Each loan, each construction deal, each handshake becomes a quiet extension of Chinese influence. Over time, these connections form an invisible network, one that reaches from African mineral mines to European power grids. For the West, this is an invisible war. While Washington and Brussels argue about policy, China is already building railways, data centers, and entire cities under its financial control. Its banks have lent over $1 trillion across the developing world, and every unpaid dollar strengthens its leverage. This isn't charity. It's strategy. Economic dependency that can silence nations, influence votes at the UN, or secure access to critical resources without firing a single shot. The modern empire doesn't conquer land anymore. It conquers through credit. And while the world debates China's rise in military terms, its real power is already in motion, hidden behind every gleaming highway, every port, every deal signed in silence. Because the new global battlefield isn't drawn with borders. It's written in contracts.
Welcome to the Political Globe.